Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all the participants. Thank you for providing your precious time. And thank you for joining me in a journey where I will take you step by step manner how we go through in our uh, premium course, which is Advanced Financial Management in Power BI. So it is we are really excited to announce that we have achieved and we are crossing around 30 mark, 30 badges. So it has been around 3.5 years since we have started our session. And this topic has gained a lot of popularity and it has evolved along the way. So the topics which you will see over here, they they are due to the contribution of the participants because we tend to evolve our course according to the requirement of the participants and according to the need of the participants. So this course is specially designed and tailor-made in a way that it catered the needs of most of the professionals. And we are quite specific as far as once we see what is our audience, and I will give a clear glimpse of what for those who are the correct participants and right participants for this course. Okay, so let me just go you through this part. Now, the important thing is about the purpose of this course. This course has a purpose that we want to upskill finance professionals in 4 major skills. These are not all they need, but these are the 4 skills which we focus on: data wrangling, data analytics, data visualization, and data storytelling. I'm sure quite a number of participants have heard about data wrangling. They are doing it. They are doing it for the beginning. Even I was doing it for the beginning, but I was not aware that this is a skill which I. So we will discuss that in details in this course. The second important thing about this course is to teach them to automate their regular tasks, regular reports to save their time. And this is one of the key things for those professionals who are working in reporting. Most of their time is consumed on cleaning of data, making the data analysis ready. So you can reduce that time. There are certain tools. We teach one of the tools, but there are other tools as well. And the third important thing, once you save your time, so you can channelize it to more value-added tasks, and acquiring more value-added skills. We'll discuss that part. So these are crux of learning objective. You can say learning objectives or course outline. What is the purpose of our course? 4 skills, and these 4 skills will trickle down and they will have their effect. Okay. Now, who should attend this course? Let's just hold on a bit and let's see what is the journey of a finance professional along the way if he is starting from beginning. So what is the journey along the way? So he will be in any of these generic roles. We cannot generalize it because these roles have different activities involved in different organizations. I'll just generalize it. In most of the cases, there are controlling activities, there are FP&A activities, and there's a head of the finance. So the head of the finance is more about strategy, about vision, about execution, direction. So he's much more focused. He needs a bird eye view. If he wants to zoom in, deep dive in certain elements, resolve the issue, but most of the time he needs a bird eye view because he is aware of the bigger picture, not only for finance but a business as a whole. So he need to contribute in these visions, strategies, and execution of those strategies. So he has a lot on his plate to work on. Now there comes FP&A rules. They can be forecasting, modeling, KPIs, improvement, reportings, analysis. There are certain things which are required by the professionals who are working in these roles. Then there are controlling roles. The more specific reporting. That specific reporting can be um, uh, for a specific role like accounts payable, accounts receivable. It can be different related to period. There is budgeting, reconciliation, treasury, internal audit, taxation. There are a lot of things which are doing. Right. Apart from that, now as the after COVID, there are freelancers who are also available. Before that, it was also available, but now there are quite a number of professionals who are working as a freelancer, and consultants are also there. Okay, so I just try to make that if you're working finance professional, so you may end up in any of these roles. Right? This course is for all professionals except the head of the departments, CFO, head of the departments, who are uh, uh, who tend to give you guidance for the decision making, and they are part of the decision making. So they need the visualizations, the reports in a manner, the dashboards in a manner, so they can take decision. Right? They are not supposed to build dashboards. They are not supposed to build visual. And even so, they are not supposed to build the PPTs for that one. They need to guide their right hand for that one, a person who is working on that one. So the assistants to CFO, the person who is reporting to CFO, head of the departments, they are the ideal persons for this course because they have a lot in their plate as far as the work is concerned, and they need to save time, to acquire those skills, to save time, to do the work in a much better way. Okay, so this course is not for CFOs, and I'm very much clear on that one. I'm really blunt on that one. That your money should be valued in a manner that you should have a quick good value for money if you are taking this course. Okay. So this thing is discussed earlier, that there are certain standard reports which professionals have to make. It can be period related, it can be some ad hoc reports, and the analysis process takes a lot of time, and there are certain steps which are involved. So extracting of data, getting sources from different, getting data from different sources, cleaning data, analyzing data, and visualizing it. Right? So these are the things which normally professional, those right type of professionals who are suitable for this course tends to do. And if I summarize it, whether this course is for you or not, if you are working overtime, spending most of the time in non-value added activities, if you have problems with connecting with any ERP or even SQL, taking data in Excel and Power BI. I'm saying Excel and Power BI, and there is a reason behind it. Consuming a lot of time in regular base cleaning, and you are looking for a step-by-step course for automation, and not only for automation, for analytics, visualization, data storytelling. So if you have these problems which are written over here, then this course is for you. Otherwise not. Okay. So let's just move on. If you have and I'm sure it will give you a clear heads up whether you want to come in this course or not. Now, how we tend to do our capacity building activities. So because this training course is part of capacity building activities, right? So how we do the capacity building activities. And I remember one of an important phrase by Benjamin Franklin: teach me and I forget. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. So this is the last part which we do in our course. And this course is now spread from 4 sessions to 16 sessions because of the reason Same reason. We work on a pace which is relatively slow because in our live training sessions, our experts, including myself, we perform one task, we give the concepts, and then we give some time for the participants to perform that task. Because most of the professionals are using one screen, few of the professionals are using two screens, so they will have to minimize their screen, they will have to maximize their screen of Power BI, and they will have to perform their task. And along the way, um, they have a time to practice in the live session. So if they encounter any problem, so we tend to give them the liberty of sharing their screen because Zoom has a facility to share screen. So we give them the facility to share their screen. We resolve their issues in a live session. So other participants may also learn how to remove the errors. If there is a bug in a code, so how you can remove it, how you can identify that one. That's an important thing, right? So this is our core of our capacity building activities in all the sessions. Now, our capacity building activity is in two parts. First, which is during the live sessions, and second, after the live sessions. We handhold our participant in a way that he can implement the learning of our course. So the first part is purely on demo data sets, which are relatively clean, and during the course, participants work on that one, right? But uh, once we are approaching the final stages of the live sessions, I request the participants to now think about your data set and try to work on that one. But after the course has ended, we give the participants a chance where they can build one dashboard along with me, and our experts will assist them in preparing the dynamic reports in Power BI. So they can implement one dashboard of their organization with our assistance. We will not do the project with our assistance. So we will guide them. This is taught. This is how you can do it. So then we can have a number of sessions with them to teach them along the way how you can implement that one. Because it's a learning on a tool, Power BI. So we immediately insist the participants to right away just use this learning in your live sessions right away. Otherwise, you will forget it. So this is the two important parts of our course, and we tend to take our participants along the way once they have completed their course, right? So who are the participants who are not suitable for this course? Why I'm saying it and why I'm saying it openly is, and for any call, any email, any message which I receive, which my team receives, so I have instructed them to be blunt on this one, and I'm also blunt in this one, because this course is specifically designed, and the name also mention it, for finance professionals. We use certain type of databases. One is very specific to finance professionals, which is a general ledger based and chart of account based database. The other, we also use a database for sales, but we are not teaching them to go more advanced in sales. There are quite a number of analytics in sales. We are developing that one. But right now, this course will cater the need only for finance professionals. So if you are in the field of IT, because IT professionals also work in that one, if you're in the field of human resource or any other field, logistics, warehouse, sales, marketing, so this course is not for you. For sales and marketing, we are developing a course and we will announce them in this quarter. But for others, definitely this course is definitely not for you. We are working on human resource course in the second quarter of this year, but in the first quarter, we have already just finishing our sales and marketing course. So we will be working on that one in the days to come. But right now, the course on advanced financial management in Power BI is not for you if you are if you are other than finance professionals, right? Now, what we cover in our course, what are the detailed outlines, how the 16 days are separated along the topic. So there are certain dashboards which are created in the live session, and there are certain dashboards which we request the participants to create as an assignment. We give them a manual, and I'll show them the manual in some part of this session. That we give them a manual, a step-by-step manual to create that. The first half is divided in three main elements. If I segregate them in the annotations, it will make easy. So the first 2 days are mostly on concepts. We work on Power BI for the on the day one, but there are certain concepts which we need to understand along the way. So database management concepts, not theory part, but those which are important for you. So 4 concepts which are important for you: type of tables and other things. Then concept, we tend to teach the DAX language. So the concept of DAX language, the syntax of DAX language, Power BI visuals are there. Then we move on to the other part, which is now let's work and create some information, analytics, and dashboard for that one. And for those reasons, we work on certain key concepts. Scenario planning concept is one of the important part, which is needed in planning and in budgeting as well. So we teach them how you can do some basic scenario analysis in Power BI. Some important KPIs and some important analytics are done in the business world right now. They are related to time intelligence and others. So we teach them how you can do that one, because once I discuss this in live sessions, so just the professionals are getting data and they are visualizing it. So they are not doing the analytics. We teach them how to do the analytics as far as time is concerned and other factors are concerned. We teach them how to create some basic budget, how you can do performance analysis. Then we work on finance database. That is a specific database for related as far as GL and chart of account is concerned. So we all are working in the arena of chart of accounts and GL. So how you can extract data if you're working in GL and chart of account in the transactional database. Once it is done, then we move on to the second one, which is the automation part. Automation is performed in Power Query. So day 8 is specific for that one, and this is not the only day which is specific for that one, because Power Query is a huge topic. So we have designated 3 days for that one: day 8, day 9, and day 10. So in the day 9, if I turn on the annotation, yes, this one. So day 8 or day 9 are Power Query elements. And day 10 is kind of an important, because in day 9, we work on day 8 and day 9, we work on the interface of Power BI, Power Query. Then on day 10, we give you the insights about the other language, which is an M language, which is an automation language. So DAX is a different language, M is a different language. We work on 2 languages. We give you an intro of M language, which is a one-on-one session, because M language is a huge language, but we give you an intro if you want to dive deep into that feature. So you can always go, and we will be giving you some takeaways at the end of the session to dive deep into this M language and DAX language as well. After that, in the second part, once the automation topics are covered, then we work on some other important elements. The concepts of data modeling are there, because if you are working in Power Pivot in Excel, so those professionals will know what I'm saying. And if you work in Access, Microsoft Access, so you also know. So we give them the concept of data modeling, the important DAX functions for financial reporting, because as far as financial reporting is concerned, you need some specific templates to use that one. So you can use your own templates in Power BI and how you can use that one. We explain that in details with concepts. Advanced visualization techniques are used to zoom in and zoom out a bit. So we use that one in details. Then Power BI visuals are good for simple visualization. For data storytelling, you need to know about the Microsoft marketplace visuals, which are free, or you can also create your visuals, so custom visuals. So we teach some basics of custom visuals, and I'll show you some of the visuals over here as well. And after that, the last 2 days are really important, because in these 2 days, we discuss about the data storytelling elements, concepts, and practice, which are specific for finance professionals. So these are the topics which are distributed in 16 days in our session, and these topics are selected as per the feedback and continuous improvement and enhancement of course. Once we started 3.5 years ago. So we have started with 4 sessions, and now we are in 16 sessions. So let's discuss about the things one by one, right? So at the start, I have said we have specific purpose. Working on 4 skills was one of them, right? So let's dissect these skills one by one. So I'll give you a one-on-one intro of one skill at a time. So let us first discuss data wrangling. So I've reduced the noise and just make one thing highlighted. And this is one of the key of visualization. So data wrangling skills. As far as data wrangling skills, it is a process where you tend to remove the errors, correct the types, just delete the unnecessary items, and just have in the table the necessary items. And along the way, you need to connect with different sources as well. So you need to mishmash all those data from different sources. And after doing that, in a process, you are cleaning the data, you're organizing it, transforming it, the raw data to make it analysis ready data. There can be other terms which are used, but you are just turning your data which is ready for analysis. And this is a process which is not talked about too much, but it takes too much time. So for the persons who are working in an environment where they need to do this thing, they will agree more than 100% that in all their reporting activities which is done, this is the activity which consumes a lot of time. And I've just taken one example from the Anaconda website, and I've given the source as well. Data loading and data cleaning tends to cover a lot of time. I think it is making around 33 or more than. So more than 1/3 of the time, if you are working for reporting, 1/3 of your time is consumed in that very activity. And the good thing is this activity can be automated. And it can be not only automated in Power BI, it can be automated in Excel. So I will go to that factor in a moment. Now, data wrangling. I've also done one poll, a series of poll last year in 2022. And most of the finance professionals tends to consume 16 plus hours on monthly basis of regular reporting. And the bad or the downside is that activity can be automated, but that activity is not automated. Right. So what do I mean with that? But I've given the link of those series of poll. And the first poll which I ran, please describe the process you adopt regularly in your financial business reporting. So more than half or close to 60% of the professionals answer that they use pivot table and pivot charts. And this poll was definitely answered by learned professionals, 260 plus professionals. Then I in the second series, I asked them how much time you consume while preparing financial and business reports using pivot table and pivot charts based on 16 hours. Right. So I've given certain time limit. So it was around 10% of the time, so 16 hours, and 40% of the participants agree to that one. Then in the same series, the reason behind using more time on repetitive tasks and not upgrading themselves. So close to 50% answered that they are unaware of the factor. And this is a sorry reason. This is not a reason which should be there. Now, the tools are here. So if you are unaware of that one, you should be aware of that one, and you should use that tool to reduce time. Why to reduce time? I'll get back to that one as well. So in short, if I say the key thing which was not answered and I've reduced the noise is the tool which is known as Power Query, right? This was not in place. So Power Query is a tool which is also used in Excel and in Power BI, because Power BI is a tool which is developed by Microsoft. So you can use either in Excel as well. It is there for Excel. It was developed for Excel, and then Power BI came out. So Power BI is around 6 years old, but Excel, it is around 37 years old. And as far as Power Query is concerned, it is more than 10 years old. So the more important thing, which to automate your work, is the use of Power Query, right? And that is an important tool which any finance professionals need to learn if they have the reporting requirements and they are in the activity of doing the reportings, right? Now, if I just give you a glimpse, Power Query will do two things. First, they will connect from various sources, which in nowadays, this is the need of the hour, because you don't only need the ERP, you need other sources for business analysis. Not only for finance analysis, for business analysis, you need data from other sources. So Power Query has the capability of doing that one, and they will transform it, and you can use the data either in Excel or in Power BI. And this is one of the important graph which I need to just discuss and have much more emphasis on this one. If you are taking this course, then not only you learn Power Query, you will also learn Power Pivot, which is also used in Excel. So if you learn Power Query for connecting data, and if you learn Power Pivot for DAX language, so DAX language is used in Power. So these are the two things which are important, 1 and 2. And you have the possibility of doing the analysis, reporting, dashboarding in Power Query, Power BI, and Excel. So learning these tools will have dual effects. As far as Power Query is concerned, in most of the courses, the interface of Power Query is taught. So you can do all the transformations, cleanings using interface. And we have 2 sessions for that one to work on the interface. But we also dedicated 1 session for M language. And that M language is kind of a rare thing, which is not yet taken importance, but it is an important thing, because if you want to do the automation and reduce your time in repetitive tasks, so at some part of your career, you will have to learn Power Query to just ease up your work. So if you have a one-on-one introduction of M language, so you can do that, right? So this is one, data wrangling, first part. So we are working on 4 skills. 1, data wrangling discussed. Now let's discuss the second one, data analytics. I'm sure most of the professionals must have seen this picture on website, on social media. I've taken this picture from Gartner. So data analytics is a process of four elements: descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive. What happened, what did happen, and other. What, why, what, how, in a very short manner, right? As far as descriptive analytics are concerned, some practical examples for us in the business analysis, financial statement analysis is one of the things. So financial statements can also be used for diagnostic. Customer KPI dashboards, then diagnostic analytics are used to see the trends of customer behavior, cancellations, and other things. Then there are predictive, prescriptive analytics. So you want to predict your future cash flow, which is quite relevant to the finance professionals. And prescriptive is definitely, it's important, but few of the professionals are doing relevant to finance, but they are doing it. And I know quite a number of professionals, investment decisions, banks, fraud detections, they are used. So if we take these four elements, what we teach or what we do, the practice in our live session, we work on the three steps: descriptive, diagnostic, and quite a number of case studies are there for predictive analytics as well. Power BI has a feature of some forecasting, so we use that one, and we use the other features which are taught in Power BI for predictive analytics. Prescriptive is not covered in this course. We have covered this one in the data science course in the last year, and we have a huge success in this course of data science. We will announce the data science course in the third quarter of this year. So stay tuned for that one. So if you want to learn these, all these four elements, specifically these four elements, because this advanced financial management in Power BI course has a lot in the plate. But for data science course, we have a deep dive on all these analytics, right? But for this course, advanced financial management Power BI, we work on three data analytics element, not the fourth one, which is prescriptive, because there are few participants who has a need for that prescriptive analytics till now, right now. It can increase, but right now there are few of the participants who are this. So that is why we have diverted this time of our course to the automation time, which is much more needed, right? And as far as if data, I discuss on data analytics, so we work on the DAX language. This is the language which is taught for data analytics in Power BI. And we work on a Pareto principle because there are almost 250 DAX functions. So in a live session, I just ask my participants, how many functions do you know in Excel, and how many functions are there in Excel? So we have an interesting discussion, and this discussion is for you as well if you're watching this webinar. So just explore how many functions are there in Excel, how many if you have used, right? So it will be around 2-3%. And we use the same over here. There are around 240 functions in Power BI as far as DAX is concerned. So we use few of them which are needed to extract the business and financial reporting, which are needed for finance professionals. Not all the 240, but few of them, less than around 20%. So we work on two languages, M language, DAX language. We work on Power Query element, and we work on data modeling, right? So these are the things, if you learn, so you can use it either in Power BI or in Excel, both, right? So this is the dual advantage of learning this course. Now, as far as purpose is concerned, we have discussed data wrangling, we have discussed analytics. Now it's time to discuss visualization. Visualization is really very important, because if you have done all the important work and you're not representing it in a right manner, so it will not have a good impact. So we start from very basic, and I'll just give you one example. I'm not sure whether you have heard about eye tracking method, but this method was used the by universities. I've given one example over here: University of Applied Sciences, Upper Austria. And if I just play this video, so you can see once a participant is shown a visual, how their eyes is tracking the information, right? So we teach a method in which the eye tracking is reduced. So what is in front of them, they will consume less time to understand. And this is one of the key element, right? So if we start with basics, so start with the correct chart for the correct data. There are quite a number of charts which are there, but which chart to be used and why to use that chart, whether it will be horizontal waterfall or vertical waterfall. So waterfalls are the charts which are really liked by the finance professionals in budgeting and performance analysis. So why? So these are the important. We start from scratch and then we go advanced on this one. So if you know these things, even then it is important, because after those charts you need to reduce the noise, right? So there are elements in charts. So which element is to be used and which element is not to be used, right? Then once the chart is one part of a puzzle, right? Now you need to just place it in a dashboard, right? In a report. So we work on a conceptual part. Who is the user? What are the preference? What are the aims? What are the colors? So the colors are not mentioned over here, but colors are very important. Yes, colors is mentioned. So colors are here, other things are here. So what is the dashboard design concept? We work on that one. And what is the layout? What should be the layout? Dashboard design principles. What is the correct principle? Which big numbers? What is the ideal place to show big numbers? What is the ideal place to give the slicers? Whether to hide the slicers or not? At which part of the dashboard you want to show the table if it is needed? Whether it should be there or it should be hidden? It should be there in a click of a button. So and font size, what kind of font you want to use. So these are the important things which we discuss in detail in our session. So there are some demo charts, then demo visualizations, which are sample reports which are provided by Microsoft. I've given the link, so you can review the link as well, and I'll try to give those links in this description as well. So few of them which are eye-catching dashboards, so you can review those dashboards. So we discussed three things: data wrangling, data analytics, data visualization. Now let's work on the fourth one: data storytelling. This is not a new thing, but it has gained popularity in the recent years. It's not only the visualization. There are certain concepts which are behind. It is art and science. You need some business acumen, understanding. Narrative structure should be there. Power BI has an element which are known as smart narrative. So use the smart narrative smartly. How you can use that one. Don't leave your number behind. Just give some text to that one. Give your own interpretation. Convey the message. So these are a very important conceptual element in data storytelling, and we discussed that one in details. And I've just taken this picture from effective data storytelling. And it's a huge, and we are also learning from various sources. So these are one of the sources which is there. So I've given the detail over there. So you can also go and check out this one. So I'll just give one example, which is the next example is also taken from that website. One simple example: whether you want a descriptive headline or an explanatory headline, right? So when to use either descriptive or explanatory headlines, right? So this is just one element of data storytelling, which I discussed right now. Um, Apart from concepts, I've explained that we also worked on the custom visuals which are needed for data storytelling. So uh, you can give message in less with less time for the user to consume in order to understand those visuals, right? So this is the data storytelling part, which I need to discuss. Now, core skills, we discuss them, just give them few glimpses of these skills. And the second part, which is teach them to automate these activities. This activity is already embedded in wrangling. So if you know how to do data wrangling, you can automate your task. So we have 3 dedicated sessions for that one. So if you know the data wrangling activity, you can always automate your activity, right? Now, the last thing, I've not discussed the last thing, generalize the time which is saved in order to perform more value-added activity. And if I will rephrase it, uh, upskill yourself in other important skills, right? You need to acquire other important skills. If you're working in an arena, if in any business environment, you need to work on those ones. So this, if I just go with the big picture of finance professionals, these are the top skills for 2025, which are given by Future of Jobs reports, World Economic Forum. So analytical thinking, active learning, complex problem solving, just reading out these things. Leadership, influence, technology use. So these are the key things which you need to know. You need to acquire those skills in order to move forward. So if you are stuck at a place where you are reporting and you are consuming too much time, so you don't find that time, right? So find that time to have other skills uh, up your sleeve, right? And you need some, because there are quite a number of technologies which are just we are hearing about these technologies. Blockchain, I'm not at metaverse over here. Metaverse is also very important for business, so you need to learn about the technologies which are affecting business. At the left side, which I've explained, cloud computing, machine learning, AI, IoTs, RPA. You also need certain other skills. I've just taken it from the Harvard Business School online blog. Link of the blog is given over here. So you need communication skills, investing skills, reporting skills. You need those skills also in order to enhance. So you need to save time for those, right? In short, I'm talking about the 7th habit, and I'm sure you have heard about the amazing activity, which was an amazing book, which is here for our guidance by Franklin Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So the 7 habit of sharpen your saw, right? So you need to sharpen your saw in order to move forward, and this is why I'm saying you need to save time in order to move forward. So all purposes are we have discussed everything, right? Regarding the course, the purpose, and all those things. Now, I, along with the other two experts, will be going you along the way. So, a small introduction of myself. I've around 20 years experience in finance and BI arena, and I literally worked in in most of the departments which are linked to finance. So I have the liberty of working with the process automation, the business process analytics, data visualization is a part, capacity building. I formally worked in capacity building for about 10 years. Now I'm doing my business for the last 4 years in capacity building, financial modeling, and other things. Apart from that, we are privileged to have Mr. Asif. He's a finance business partner with over 21 years of experience. He's an amazing, excellent Power BI expert. He's in GCC, and he's also an international Udemy instructor. Has some amazing lineup of international certifications to his name. Then we have Mr. Kashif Nas. He is a fellow member of ACCA, and he has amazing ability to work with not only with Power BI but with SQL, Python as well. So automation, machine learning is one of key element in his which key skills which he acquires. So he will be there with us and he will teach. He will take the three courses, take the three sessions of Power Query. And Mr. Asif will take 2 sessions of data storytelling, and the rest of the sessions will be taken by myself. So this is the team which will teach you the courses, and along the way we will create various dashboards and see what is the logic behind those dashboards. Some CFO dashboard, scenario, artificial intelligence dashboard, basic production cost analysis, performance analysis, ratios, working capital, dynamic CVP analysis. And this is not all. We are working on other case studies as well. Value proposition for the participants. It's a live session, so you can ask questions. Recording is available for all the participants. We give assignments, and business case studies are also discussed. You will earn our certificate, and most important thing, we also give a manual of around 150-200 pages to guide you along the way in a step-by-step manner. Now, at the end of the session, there are certain takeaways. If you are not sure, no issue at all. Just explore the various elements of learning in Power BI. So you can learn Power BI, specifically Power BI, by using the Microsoft resources. So they have given a dedicated website where you can learn Power BI at your own pace, right? So this is takeaway 1. You can download some amazing databases which are given by Microsoft. So around 4 to 5 databases are given by Microsoft. So you can download either Power BI file or either Excel file. You can also, if you're an advanced user, so you can also download the SQL databases. I think there are 3 databases which are there as far as SQL is concerned. AdventureWorks, Contoso, and there is another one which is, I think, Trader, World Trader. So there is a manufacturing database, there is a trading database, and there is a sales database, which is given by Microsoft, and it is in SQL. You can also learn M language. Microsoft have given detailed documentation of M language, so you can go and learn M language in details. You can also learn DAX language. The Microsoft has given a dedicated website for that one, so you can learn each and every aspect of DAX language, right? Now, way forward. We have a privilege of working with quite a number of professionals, around 700 plus now in the live sessions. As far as my Udemy course is concerned, it is almost touching 19,500 participants from, I think, 151 countries. But in the live sessions, I have the privilege of working with over 700 professionals in the last 3.5 years. And I have told you that we have there are 2 parts of our capacity building element. So we have a privilege of working with professionals and helping them out in their implementations. So we supported around 200 participants for that one. And we also do one-to-one coaching for CFOs, but because for CFOs, it is different thing. They don't need to go deep dive and do all the activities of Power BI. They need other things. They need the other understanding. Because we have learned Excel in a very step-by-step manner. As a CFO, if you're working in as a CFO or a head of the department, so you know Excel because you are working from day one. But the Power BI is it's around 6 years old, so you have not seen that one. So for CFOs, it is a different ball game. So we work with them in a one-to-one session in executive coaching manner, and we give them the necessary activities in which they will learn how Power BI works. So for CFOs, it is all a different ball game as far as coaching is concerned. So we do in an effective manner. We work on 3 skills, and we have around now we have a privilege of working with professionals who belong to almost 45 countries. We in this year we have announced two type of training, some concept-based and some tool-based training in our calendar. So there are some amazing topics which are coming. Future for Finance will discuss quite a number of topics in Future of Finance. Data storytelling, data storytelling, data storytelling for business and finance professionals. So that is one of the important elements as far as concept is concerned. Finance business partnering and integrated business planning, balance scorecard, business strategy. So we have amazing line of topics as far as concepts are concerned in year 2023. Communication, last one. Now we are also working for some tool-based trainings. Specifically for Power BI, there is advanced financial management, there is an advanced sales management and analysis in Power BI. So these are the two topics which are covered, which are already announced in Q1 of 2023. The other topics, working capital, supply chain, human resource, we will announce them in the next quarters of this year. Then there are some other mix of trainings in Power BI. So there is Power Excel for finance professionals. So we have announced them in the first quarter. I'll show you the calendar as well. Then there are other things like pivot table, pivot charts, automation. So if you want to just learn automation in Excel, not only Power Query, but there are other tools as well, VBA, SQL, Python. You want to go deep dive in this one, so we are working on that one. Forecasting, data analytics for Python and integration with Power BI, predictive and prescriptive analytics. That's an important part. So we go deep dive in predictive and prescriptive analytics in Python, using Python in Power BI. Then corporate financial analytics in R and Excel. Then there are other topics as well, like financial market and risk data analytics using R and Excel. Data analytics, business data analytics are in Python, Power BI, machine learning. Machine learning is a specific topic, so we have dedicated that one, which is required for investment professionals using R and Python. Then there is financial modeling. Then there is the data visualization masterclass. So this is really amazing course. We are working with that one in Excel and Power BI, both. Business process automation using and Power Automate. This will be announced in the fourth quarter. Power Automate and Power Apps. Microsoft has worked on other tools, and these tools are really amazing. So we will be announcing that one in fourth quarter. As far as our Q1 is finalized, so in few days we will be starting our 29th batch of advanced financial management in Power BI. In the next month, we will be starting the Power Tools for Finance. We go deep dive in Power Query and Power Pivot. So, and we will use only the examples in Excel. So it is especially designed for finance professionals. We'll work on finance and business analysis. So Power Query in Excel, If you are not sure whether you want to just jump in Power BI, so you can choose that one, Power Query, Power Pivot in Excel. So we will work on both languages, M and X language in that course as well. Then our next batch, which is the batch 30 of our same course, will be announced in February as well. Our timing will be different. And in March, we are announcing our first batch of advanced sales and marketing analytics. So it is specifically for all those professionals who are working in sales and marketing. So we'll go deep dive in this one. So I hope this demo session is helpful for you in your decision, and it will give you a guidance whether you want to be a part of this course or you want to be part of another course. You can always connect with me. Yes, this last one. I've given the link if you want to just add your name in the wish list in the for the whole year, right? So you can select the course and you can just give your credentials. We will, once the course is announced, we will contact you. My team will contact you. You can always connect with me, connect with some amazing pages which we have created. So we have created the working of, we've created Power BI for Finance, a LinkedIn group, a learning LinkedIn group. You can also connect with our official page on Facebook. So this is all from here, and I hope this demo class has given you a clear indication, and let's see you in the live session. Thank you.